Baguettes are one easy way to feed a crowd of hungry guests. And while bread by itself is already pretty good, let me show you 3 delicious ways in which you can elevate the humble baguette without breaking a sweat. To the kitchen! Why the f is he peeling carrots, you may ask? Well, carrots and hummus are a match made in heaven, but spiced roasted carrots and hummus on a piece of bread sends you straight to hell where all the good shit is. That's about half a kilo of peeled, top, tailed, quartered, and lastly halved carrots. I personally love cumin on carrots, so about a teaspoon of the stuff goes in. Chase that with 2 teaspoons of coriander seeds for some zing, and you already got yourself a pretty good thing going. My personal spice of the moment is Szechuan peppercorns, so I also added a teaspoon of those as well. I lastly finished with a teaspoon of salt and 2 teaspoons of smoky pepper flakes. Anyways, give everyone a quick massage, and about 50 minutes in a preheated oven set to 180°C should turn everyone nice and mellow. These are only a quick fork mash away from turning into a delicious snack by itself, but try not to indulge too much just yet. Joining our gnarly spice roasted carrots, we have some chopped sun-dried tomatoes, toasted sesame seeds, a bunch of fresh rocket, a touch of olive oil, and some plain hummus. Starting with the hummus, we're dolloping enough generous spoonfuls atop our half baguette and spreading so that no bread remains inside. Next up, our beloved smashed spice roasted carrots. I ended up using pretty much all of what came out of the oven, so don't be shy. This is already looking like a treat, but we still have some finishing touches left. A couple of tablespoons of chopped sun-dried tomatoes is a great source of some extra umami and a touch of acidity. The sesame seeds add visual detail, but they're also super aromatic when you bite into them. And lastly, the rocket pretends this is sort of healthy. Rocket Bay? Hit everything with a drizzle of olive oil for some extra shine, tidy up, and voila! Our spice roasted carrots and hummus baguette is done and looking sharp. But before we dig in, let's see if we can produce something a little zingier. Ricotta seems like a great place to start. And since this stuff loves lemons, we're adding the zest of half a lemon to 250 grams of ricotta and squeezing in about half of its juice. The lemon, not the ricotta. A strong drizzle of olive oil for some richness, and we're lastly coming behind with a few crackers of salt and mixing everyone cozy. We're dabbing a fresh baguette half with the seasoned ricotta mixture we just produced and drowning its surface to ensure maximum sensory delight. Ricotta goes great with peas. Edamame is pretty trendy and kinda like peas, so we go with that instead. Likely this will be bought frozen, but it really doesn't need more than a minute or 2 in salted boiling water to get to a consumption friendly state. On its own, this is a pretty awesome snack. On top of our baguette, it becomes even better. And since I also love peas and edamame kinda is like peas, let's also add some peas. Admittingly, I probably went overboard and everyone was running riot, but both peas and edamame are sweet, so I felt the more the merrier. The customary drizzle of olive oil for some shine and lubrication goes on top, and we'll finish this baguette with some GPS positioned fresh mint for both visual appeal and freshness. Crack a pepper, cause why not? And we're done! Baguette number 2, aka ricotta, peas and beans. Check. Alright. For the last one, I was thinking we can make it a little more kinda like dessert, but not really. If you're still with me, I'm drowning about 200 grams of dried apricots in boiling water to get them to start softening a touch. Once they've mellowed a bit, we're coming behind with the juice of 1 whole orange. Leave nothing behind. And about 2 tablespoons of honey. Everyone's going in a snug pot over medium-high heat up to a boil, then down to a simmer, and we're going to reduce the soaking liquids gently while stirring to evenly cook the apricots at the same time. Once most of the liquid's gone and a syrup starts forming, we're adding a well-improvised bunch of fresh thyme to the mix. Not sure if this is an actual thing, but thyme and apricots was a happy accident for me. We're gonna finish reducing to a syrup and move everyone to a heat-proof bowl to chill for a second before we start to assemble our final baguette. Base of choice for this one can range widely, but a robust, creamy cheese works well here. And as you can see, I know nothing about cheese, so I went for a brie. Cover with enough cheesy pieces to get the whole baguette, and give way to your artistic side to see the job through by forking everyone smushed. By now the apricots were super mellow to the touch, but also pleasantly infused with the thyme and with a perky sweet and sour kick when you bite into them. These are going on top of the cheese, and we're lastly finishing with the honey orange syrup, a touch of fresh thyme, and some toasted flake almonds for a light crunch. And voila, thyme, apricots and brie baguette done. Which rounds up our trio of baguettes. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Ketchup baguette, oh fuck it, it's you. You're up. Visually as appealing as impractical to eat. Perhaps don't stack as high next time. But let us taste. Ricotta, peas, mint, it's a classic combination and for a good reason. It's indulgent, super aromatic from the zest and mint, but also pretty light and refreshing, all things considered. Next up, spice roasted carrots and hummus. Carrots and hummus, I tell you, are my thing. But spice roasted carrots and hummus are fucking delicious. This is one hell of a baguette, perhaps my favorite. Although I love all my children, just not equally. Alright, last but certainly not least, thyme, apricots and brie, our dessert in disguise. I like the way it looks. It has a sense of elevation to it, whatever that means. But how does it actually taste? If cheese and fruit is your thing, you're gonna love this one. The apricots cut through the richness of the brie while the thyme remains present throughout the whole ordeal. These are some pretty damn good baguettes. It's difficult to pick a winner, so I think I'll just have to take all three. But hey, as always, please don't take my word for it. Make your own.